Welcome to another morning broadcast. If this is your first time, we meet weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern to discuss our game plan for the day. I typically trade pre-market in the first hour to 3 hours of the market open. We have some really good setups in the pre-market, and then sometimes after the market opens, we'll have some momentum to continue after that. So if you like the stream, if you enjoy it, please smash the like button, subscribe, and share with others. If you are with us, if you've been with us, I appreciate you joining, and I enjoy doing these with you. So let's go ahead and start off as usual by looking at the big picture for context. Okay, so if we look at the indices, we talked about, we've been discussing the decline and indices being within this range here. Yesterday, we saw major selling. So our thesis was either we bottom out on this support level here because overall tech, macro fundamentals, monetary policy is still pretty stable. So the thesis was that either we bottom out here or stay within the range, right? So we had some pops to the upside 2 days in a row, and then yesterday we just saw selling all day. So if you look at the major stocks, NVIDIA earnings came out. We had a pop. Then yesterday, sold off at the open. It appears that price kind of stalled a little bit, and then we saw continued selling, and that is reflected in the major indices. Also, we see something like Tesla as well selling off, right? So we'll see. We don't need to know what's going to happen long term to make money. We will have a thesis based on headlines, what's going on, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to price action, right? So we had these levels, say, okay, if we can hold above 517, then maybe we would see a recovery to the upside, but the market said no. So we have two things. We have the Washington tariffs issue. That's an upside risk. And I've been saying that, right? That's an upside risk because of the uncertainty. Certain companies are reporting that they'll have to lay more people off because of the tariffs and how it will impact their business. So that's something that we've been discussing, right? That's an upside risk. And then once you have selling, then selling begets more selling, right? And so we'll continue to keep an eye on it, especially since I'm primarily long on the stock side. So I just want to have an awareness of what's driving that. Is it the overall market or is it, larger players, right? So I keep my eye on the ADDQ because of that. Okay. So if you look at something like US 30, it's just in a range, and that's just because, some of the companies that are members of US 30, they didn't take that dive, right? So you have UNH, you have some others who are just mammoths, when it comes to US 30, right? So if UNH takes a dive, 30 is going to dive. But if it holds like that, even if NVIDIA dives, then since UNH has a higher weight, then that can keep US 30 in that range, right? So if you're trading indices primarily, if you're trying to take those marketplace, you should be aware of what's going on with the larger companies. Okay, that's what I did when I traded indices primarily. Okay, all right. Pre-market scan. Woo, TRNR. Multiple days has been hot. So we've been looking at TNR since Wednesday. Right, it was dead before Wednesday, Thursday, and then this morning gave about 4 setups. So beautiful moves on TRNR. So that one, I'm not done with it. We can have something that gives multiple moves in the pre-market, and then we have another leg when the market opens. So if you look at TRNR, it gave multiple setups on Thursday, and then when the market opened, we had more to take out. So not done with that one. Right, BTAI was one that I entered, and so I entered like around here, and I just couldn't. I actually held through this pullback because level 2 tape looked good, but there was a seller here that continued to appear on the level 2 around this area. So once it didn't work here, I just went ahead and cut it. And I didn't enter again here because I was paying attention to TR&R. So this one may have just been fader. We'll see what happens. We'll see if we'll have some more to take out of it. Normally, what I'll do is set alarms so that I'm triggered to the downside and the upside. I have it in the back of my mind, but I'll just move on from it unless I have something that's concrete. Okay. All right. So another one that just popped up, NVVE. So I was trying to look for an entry here. Didn't enter. And then it gave us a pop back through VWAP here. So, really strong, a good level 2, good tape. But once it was below VWAP here, you could see this level being defended. It was struggling, but the buyers kept stepping on the bid, and then boom, just a quick scalp here. So we'll see what it does at the open. If we break the 430 level, this one is low float. So the best combination for me is a low float, high float turnover, right? Low float, high float rotation. So this one is a low float at 250K. TR&R is much better though. 620K, 34 million traded, volume traded. You know what? I think I can set up the stats here so that as I'm talking through them, you can see them. I use trade ideas so I can see the stats directly here on my trade ideas. But I think I'll start to put them up here on TradingView so that you all can see exactly what I'm talking about. So we'll see what happens on NVVE. This one, Catalyst. The catalyst was that they had a contract with, I believe it was New Mexico, and New Mexico contract, and it was an opportunity of 400 million over the next 4 years. So that's something that can get the market going, and we see that volume is coming into that stock. So we'll see if we can get a move or if it's just going to fade. All right. A lot of times, as I mentioned, these lower price stocks, the lifespan is front side, pre-market, maybe a little bit after the market opens, and then it fades. So, and sometimes they're multiple days, like TR&R, right? So we'll see what we get out of it. All right. The scan was pretty light today, so now I'm going to move on to some of my other ideas. Let me know what you want me to take a look at. Peace. Let me know what you want me to take a look at, and I will jump on it. But the morning scan, when I opened it up, I'm like, I was looking at it, and I didn't have a lot, so I was like, is my connection right? Did I have to change some settings? But no, everything was good. It was just not a lot, but TR&R itself it gave us enough just to end the day. Really, it was pretty good. Okay, all right. Okay, so. All right, so Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, this is going to go back to our Mara idea. Bitcoin flushed, right? Took a beating. So I'm not trying to time, the right side of the V, but I am going to be looking at the crypto equities, right? Crypto related equities. For plays. Okay. So we had, if you're on the short side, Mara gave some really nice moves. Yesterday, we had in our game plan, gave a nice buy. I actually missed it. I was looking at something else, but gave a nice breakout buy here and then shorted the rest of the day. So it's in play for me because when you have that large move down on Bitcoin, either it's going to be more shorting or we're going to have some buy opportunities cook up, right? So I'll definitely be on that one, okay, for today. So, all right, a few others that I'm just keeping on watch here. SOUN, okay, the tech names, they've, we had buys Wednesday, Thursday, shorts, pop yesterday, on earnings on SOUN, and then it sold off, right? So a lot of volatility here. I don't have my setup is not there yet. It's not showing its head yet for today, this morning, but I'm setting alarms to see what cooks up, and maybe we have some longs here, right? So I just need volatility. I need volume, volatility, movement. If I have that, I'm looking for my setups, and if I can just take a little bit out, that's all I'm looking for, right? So I was looking to see if this was going to be a longer hold, or not longer hold, but just a longer leg higher. But flushed out on Thursday, popped yesterday, and we'll see. So we have a lot of on each side, the shorts and the long side. We've had a lot of movement. Mostly yesterday on the short side. Wednesday was on the long side. So let's see. SOUN is on SOUN and RGTI. Both of these actually popped up on the scan at one point, but then they took a dive here. So if you're on the short side, I mean, RGTI is just been in a downtrend. So that one right there, I know the short sellers are really happy. Okay, all right. So let me take a look at. I'm seeing a few things pop up on the scan now that we were trading a few days ago. EMVB, it wasn't there earlier. Here. All right. Just trying to see if there's another catalyst or if this was all just a issues letter to shareholders. Yeah, this may be. All right, let's see what's going on. What are the stats? Okay, volume is heating up on this one. So let's keep an eye on it. Let's look for this support to hold. Looks like it's taking a dive right now. A lot of selling here on that candle right here. So just kind of gave me pause, but I just wanted to see what the catalyst was. Looks like it may have popped up just from some of this the shareholder letter, but looks like it gave like a leg earlier here. It wasn't there at before, so let's see if we get a recovery if this level holds or not. We may have a move here, but right now the sellers are in control as of right now. Look more aggressive here. All right, so you see popped. All right, so we'll see. All right, so EMVB, and we'll take a look at what else we got. What are y'all looking at? US 30, okay. US 30, a PEPG. I gotta plug my laptop in. PEPG, nothing right now. APLD, nothing right now for me. All right. PEPG, I'm sorry, what I meant is there's nothing there. The volume right now, pre-market is pretty dead. But I do see what you're saying about here to see if there's another there's another pop here to the upside. So I will set alarms and let's see what the volume is like at the open, okay? But APLD doesn't look like anything that I'd be taking. ABZ, what is this? BZ. Oh, it's OTC. All right. All right, so we'll take a look at a few mid caps real quick. Okay, you're looking at Hood. All right, I see. Overall downtrend, but there was a little pop here. So yeah, it looks like it's at a point where it's either going to short or go long. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks for putting it up there. All right. And what else you got? Let me look at US 30. Yeah, US 30 is in the range right now. As I mentioned, there's a lot of pressure on the upside. We have PCE coming out today. It's expected to be cool. So, or it already came out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, pretty much in line. So, Trump is going to speak at a conference as well. So, for overall marketplace, look, beware that Trump is going to speak. So just be aware of that. He'll be speaking, I think, around like 9. I mean, the short side or the long side, right? So be aware of that. After his statement comes out, see what happens. Okay. All right. The Qs though, they've shorted, so there may be a reversion play, but look at 510 as another level for selling. When the market opens, if you're trading US 30, look at ADD. Look at the ADD. See if it's at the negatives or the positives. That'll help you out. That'll let you know if stocks are green for the day or red. If they're in the negatives, like negative 2,000, then you may see selling continue. Okay. All right. Okay. You said XLF. Oh. Yeah. It looks like it's trying to pull up out of a range there. All right. Okay. Yeah. So the coins, MSTR, Mara, those are the big coins of the world. I mean, those are the big Bitcoin related plays. Okay. All right. Dell just came out with earnings here and still sold off. So there may be reversion there or move to the downside. So this has moved like 8%. That's a lot for a stock of that size. Okay. All right. Lastly, PLTR shorting. Okay. So just look at I'm just keeping an eye on all of those tech companies because overall they have good as they hit these support levels. If you're on the short side, you may be shorting, but I'm just looking for them to bottom out an opportunity. Okay. Tesla is one of the others that's just dipping. So I just keep an eye on them as they decline. All right. So hope y'all have a good day. Let me know if y'all need me to take a look at anything else when we're on these calls. Hit that like button. It helps out with the stream. But if you want me to take a look at gold, anything, just let me know. But mainly I'll be looking at individual stocks. Okay. All right. So let's see. ENVB. That one was cooking up. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. We're going to jump into our Zoom. Hope y'all have a great day. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later. All right. Bye-bye. Smash the like button on your way out. I like that. That's nice. All right. Have a great day. Bye-bye.